I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On the counter, here's Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers to Gordon, out left. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes now in his 3rd season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, with the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for 2nd most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, got four down. 31 to Mike. 31 to Mike. No game on this defense, no game. Charlie, 31 to Mike. Here we go, T.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Attack, attack! Check 52, come on! Check 52!
From the 36, Mahomes dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You got 4. You got 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, 43, 15. Watch Mike.
Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak had had them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield and they move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get set. There, but it brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A reminder that we'll have more football here on EA Sports coming up Thursday night with the start of Week 12. We'll be, gosh, about 1,000 miles north of here and back down at sea level as well to watch the Colts and the Texans in Houston. 2 playoff teams from a year ago. They'll do battle with kickoff at 8:20 Eastern time. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
43!
Here's Grant. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
31's the mic. Stop your whining. 31's not try to run. They're running it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He gets away from 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, 57 colors. Stay with your man.
Buzz. 31's the first.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Man, I got you.
Hey, 15.
Two is the mic. Mic 5, 2. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Mike, 15.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again.
Check. Motion to backfield. 31's the mic. Watch the pass.
I don't need to.
31's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Orbit.
Don't get nervous.
31's the mic. Watch the curve.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So we've reached intermission. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Mahomes will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Grant. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
31's the mic. Let's go, let's go. Dude, fellas, let's go.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
Let's make these babies cry.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey. The intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Yellow.
31's the mic.
All day, baby. All day, all day, all day.
High 7, let's go. 31's the mic.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mahomes to throw once more. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
5-2 with the mic.
Attack, attack.
5-2. Watch the run, watch the run. Exit. 52. Mike 52. Here we go, here we go. Mike 52.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Joey Bosa. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tano Passanio showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Returnable for Thomas. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He finds McCoy.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. Hey, team, switch gears.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relation.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Third and long for Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes, if the opening's there. Someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3. Put that on the board and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken. The lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 14-10, a minute 47 on the clock. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Yellow, yellow.
They'll look to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, I got him. That's me. 31.
Hey, red line.
Check. 31's the mic. Oh, here we go.
And the blitz does come. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's telling me.
15.
One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it, and